man, my gosh. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Get these foots.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, we made it, y'all. The season finale of what I think is the greatest Star Wars live action series of all time. Bar none. I said that. Yeah, let's see if they can stick the landing. Rekkai, how you feeling so far?
I mean, good about everything except that last statement you made. I mean, we've only had 2 seasons. So if we match season for season, season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian, I think are better than this. I will say though, episode 8 through right now have been phenomenal. So
listen, all the more reason why you all should stay to the very end so me and Rekkai can duke it out in these opinionated Star Wars streets. Listen, so without any further ado, let's get started.
Yavin, after all of this, what a bitter ending.
I need y'all to stop reflecting and get the hell up out of there.
this is not time for kumbaya session.
Keeping Luthen alive.
Move faster. Remember your pressure points later.
You need to see the place you helped build.
You need to tell them what you told us.
I'm not leaving you here.
Cassian, no, he only got so much, you know what I'm saying, like credit. Like he just come back on this wild ass mission he went off on. Yeah. Ain't nobody really.
Nothing.
It's not Erso, it's a link transmit from the ship, so it's a bit confusing.
There must be someone there.
Anyone else with a tactical line failure?
K-2SO know what to do.
He clocking in. Yo, he could really be like Jason Voorhees for real, the way he methodically walks.
Last unit on the left.
Still no comms.
We're wasting time.
He think that stormtrooper armor gonna really help him. I ain't never seen a stormtrooper get helped by that armor that they wear.
That is not Kevlar.
He might as well have wrapped himself in tissue paper.
Even though it is, they're shooting laser pistols and stuff, so I guess it ain't supposed to bounce bullets.
You can stop right there! Go, go, go! Slowly raise your hands above your head! No sudden movements!
Yeah, I was just about to say.
This is ISB! This is a warrant search! This is your first and final warning!
Is there another way out?
Not that we have time for.
We can still close the door. We'll be trapped. As opposed to what? Okay.
As opposed to what?
Where are you?
Oh man, my gosh. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Get these foots.
Yeah. You taking the left? Okay. Why did it take them so long to...
Oh yeah, y'all sleep. Yeah.
Go,
that's all on UK.
Everybody went night-night.
It's all on UK. Doinks. Doinks.
I do. He gathered his wits real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she sleep. Don't worry, K's on the way. Ooh, mama, here come that man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was about to suck for y'all. Nah, bruh. Ah.
I'm not telling you again!
He's carrying him to use him as a shield.
Flank on me!
Winged him. Oh, God, Lee.
He's a clear. We can go.
We're good.
Cassian, I've cleared a path.
I've cleared the path.
Look what I have done. I have cleared a path for you.
TAC 5 board check, please.
Oh, he know he's done.
We need units immediately.
He know after this screw up, yeah,
Put it now.
he gonna have to go visit Vader. Or he gonna be on Hoth.
Manning a radar satellite on Hoth.
Yep. You used to be important.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah, K2, you were definitely on the team. Yeah, Cassian, yeah, walk that walk. Said, check my wallet. Which one? One that says bad motherfucker on it.
Yep.
Hey, make sure she stays awake.
Took a hell of a blow.
Yeah. Her brain is scrambled.
She gonna get there.
I assume any doubts about my value have been erased. You're welcome.
I love K-2SO's his personality.
Oh man, perfect.
He's like, for real? No, thank you, my boy. I bet. I love it. They can't help it. They're supposed to be droids, but they still be having these human emotions. Because C-3PO was scared all the damn time. All the time.
Tell me why, whenever I'm being scolded for troubling you, I'm reminded the rebellion is bigger than all of us. And yet, when you feel inconvenienced, all I hear is how small and how fragile it's all become. Why should I believe anything you say?
We know you're on Jedha, Saw. We know you're picking off Imperial transports. We're trying to share what we hear about how dangerous that is making things for all of us.
What you know, what you hear, poking at my window. How many more meddling squealers have you set my way?
I'm trying to help you.
If only you could fight, as well as you lie.
Dang.
You're sure he's in Jedha?
He's been warned.
He's insane.
He's not. We've been probing his team for over a year now. It's an active operation.
Don't underestimate him.
Admiral Raddus requested you join him. The missing U-Wing. There's a situation.
Have they found it?
Apparently, it's coming in hot, unauthorized, and requesting landing coordinates.
I'll be right back.
She already knows who it is.
Okay.
I believe so.
With a stolen ship, on an unsupervised mission.
You can make that case.
Yeah, but wait till
get on
wait
board.
till he tells. What do you gotta tell him? Everybody gonna be like, okay.
You right, my bad.
Still transmitting. Sir.
You know the protocol.
Admiral Akbar.
Scramble 3.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
I'm so used to him wearing the all white.
I don't know. He might have been Captain Akbar.
We're getting close, aren't we?
I suspect we'll be shot down as an enemy probe.
Shut up, Kate.
But disobeying orders is so refreshing.
Failure to comply with our specific commands will trigger immediate destruction.
I plan to tell him I was kidnapped.
Look, he's like, listen, y'all do whatever you got to do. I need to talk to y'all immediately. I need an audience. I need to holler at you right now.
Immediately.
Stop right there. Sindhu. Who else is with you?
Hello.
Just us.
Yeah, I'm
She needs a doctor, please.
Take it to the sick bay. Weapons down. You, droid.
Me?
Power down this ship, walk away, then power down yourself until further notice.
I have important news.
I certainly hope so.
I went to save an old friend. Of that, I'm guilty. It's what I learned when I got there that made us come back so recklessly.
You went to save Luthen Rael.
Luthen is dead. We found Kleya at the old safe house.
Who's Kleya?
Luthen's assistant.
Well, let's have it, Captain.
Luthen Rael had a source in the ISB, a supervisor. He was hidden there for years. Yesterday on Coruscant, Luthen was called to an emergency meeting. The source told him he just learned that the Emperor's secret energy project was the cover story for the manufacture of a weapon. Luthen was told that there's a connection between the Gorman destruction, the Kyber mining on Jedha, and an Imperial engineer named Galen Erso.
All of this conveniently wrapped in a big energy program basket.
I'm just reporting what he was told.
It sounds like a paranoid fantasy.
The problem, Captain, is Luthen. I know you share a long history, both of you. It's hard not to wonder if your judgment here might be less than objective.
I'll have to disagree. It's everything I know about Luthen that makes me believe this is real.
We're talking about someone who's been a thorn in our side since we began building this alliance.
Did you know him?
That part.
Does anyone in this room, besides Senator Mothma, have any idea how much you owe him?
Oh, please.
When I say I know Luthen, I mean I know the good and the bad. I know what was wrong with him. I had a front row seat on that. And I made my choice 2 years ago to join here and be part of this. But none of that can take away what he did and how hard it was.
That part.
But it's insulting to hear him run down by people who have given a fraction of his sacrifice to this rebellion.
Enough!
That part.
Talk that talk.
When's the last time you two spoke?
A year ago, when he had me rescue Senator Mothma from the Senate.
Duly noted.
And he was the one that told me that there was somebody on your team that was corrupt.
We will follow up tomorrow night with a full session. As of now, Captain Andor, you are forbidden from accessing your ship and confined to quarters.
Requesting permission to visit the infirmary.
Permission granted.
Your contact with Saw Guerrera.
Tivik.
He sent 3 urgent messages from Kafrene in the past 10 hours.
So's on Jedha. And you think this can wait?
You're in no position to make suggestions. Make it quick.
I understand why Saw be like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, because y'all tripping.
But is that the dude that he met at the very beginning of Rogue One and he put him down?
Are you talking about the captain?
Remember,
the captain
Andor. Remember Cassian at the very beginning of Rogue One. He was the first time we saw him in Rogue One. He was meeting with a dude in a little back alley. The dude was giving him some information. He got it. The stormtroopers came. He put him down, put the dude down, and bounced.
I'm doing what I can. I promise.
They need to hear from her.
Yeah.
Because Luthen gave her more information than what she gave him. They're playing telephone.
So yeah, so he popped somebody on the planet, definitely.
No, I was just saying
that's who?
No, the first time we saw Andor in Rogue One, he was meeting with a contact of his, a spy, in a back alley.
Thought we were having breakfast.
Stormtroopers came up on him. He killed the dude, and then bounced.
Right.
Maybe that's who the captain, and maybe that's who the other dude now just told him about. His contact that was in with Saw Guerrera's people.
Okay. All right, I'm connecting those dots now.
When did this happen?
Maybe which is why Saw Guerrera's pissed at them.
He's been grounded. He should stop saving people. I need something.
You hear what she said?
He should stop saving people.
They brought back some.
Get punished for it every time.
I won't share it, because I'm hoping he'll tell it to you, and you'll tell me what you think. Spy on him. Help me believe him.
I have a disconnect with that because I'm like, he literally saved your life. Like, how much more proof do you need that he's on the team?
I have some bad news.
You gonna find Luthen?
He's dead, Will. He made it worth it.
Another message from Kafrene. He won't talk to anybody but Andor.
Call him back.
Will you drink to Luthen?
Just this once.
She's like, I hated that mom. Got my boot thing killer. Now she's out here riding the TARDIS and shit.
Mon wants to know if your Luthen story is real.
He died for it. Does it matter what he did to us along the way? Does it matter how it twisted him? None of this exists without him.
None of it.
Tell me what she said.
Yeah, see, she did. Just found out. He didn't get it directly from Luthen.
What is her next move gonna be? Because she is potentially facing, jail time.
There will be times when the struggle seems impossible. I know this already. Alone, unsure, dwarfed by the scale of the enemy. Remember this. Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without instruction. Random acts of insurrection are occurring constantly throughout the galaxy. There are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they've already enlisted in the cause. Remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere. And then remember this. The Imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural. Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks. It leaks.
Is that young?
Authority is brittle.
Remember when they were on the planet to get the money?
I'm assuming you've
That was the young man that died.
heard it before.
Bits and pieces.
Just keeps spreading, doesn't it?
Been hard to contain.
Yeah, the little young dude's manifesto.
What do you think it is?
I'm afraid they're waiting for you, sir. I told them I'd bring you down.
Time to fall on that sword, homie.
May I have a moment to collect my thoughts?
I'll wait outside the door. blast a bolt himself.
Something, yeah.
You know, a lot of dudes this long in the tooth, a lot of them, they check out their own library card.
He knew it too. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, what was his choice? Go downstairs and have Lord Vader sitting there like, come on in.
Yeah.
You should reconnect with Vix.
She's safe, isn't she?
That's what I hear.
She wouldn't be safe with me. It's too late for that.
She might disagree.
Once this settles down, maybe. I'll think about it.
You know, I'm gonna have to watch Rogue One again to bookend this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Kleya? Kleya, it's Val. Put this on.
She hasn't really had time to grieve yet. Yeah.
The process. I bet she don't even believe that she made it off, and now she's by herself.
You always used to say, know your way out before you go in. Even really know where I am.
I have friends everywhere. You're here with friends.
I know. She wants to hear the story from her, so she can go back to Mon Mothma.
We've been released.
They threw us out. Tired of listening to him.
None of that is true. General Draven brought us home.
He's outside.
Then you're on a secret mission. Go talk to your dude.
Tivic's on Kafrene until tomorrow. He'll only meet with you.
That doesn't sound promising.
Do you trust him?
I try.
There's an Imperial destroyer parked over Jedha as of 2 days ago. We were warned him sort of step away before you came back. Jedha, Kyber crystal, and ISB Maul, and Luthen dying to get us in motion. Now Tivik keeps calling us. If this is all a trap, it's a brilliant way to spring it.
How do I get to Kafrene?
You need to hear us out.
Why is Bail? Because I thought Mon Mothma was running stuff. Bail seems like he's in charge.
Seemingly. I think Mon Mothma is just the face right now.
Waking up humans is always confusing.
What is it?
The man you do not like is here.
Excuse us, Troy. General Draven has your orders. Proceed to your contact, learn what you can. Do it quickly.
Can I ask what changed?
If I die fighting the Empire, I want to go down swinging. You find that amusing?
No, but you and Luthen would have gotten along much better than you think.
May the Force be with you, Captain.
I know, he's like, what does that mean? Cassian's like, what does that mean?
Well, you know, but that's the thing, though. It's kind of like what we were saying. You know, some people are up here, and they're the ones that make the decisions and stuff. But it's like Cassian just said. You know, how dare y'all sit here and pass judgment when you've done a fraction of what Luthen has done? None of this exists without that man. We need a man. We needed boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Blood in the mud. And he orchestrated. He was a shady, dirty, some of them, you know what I'm saying? But he made shit. He made shit happen.
He made that part.
Y'all gave pretty speeches and nice outfits. And for that, cool. You get to be the face of rebellion. You get to be, you know, a leader. But at the end of the day, you need somebody who can motivate and get shit done.
Yeah, we're almost officially there. Once he takes off to go see old boy, then Rogue One starts. Cassie, you cool ass dude.
He's looking real Han Solo-ish right now.
Yeah.
Our dude's already booed up.
He moved on quick, didn't he?
No time. He's rich.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if they were gonna.
But there wasn't no love between them anyway. They looked like they had a loveless marriage.
It was a business arrangement. Yeah. I mean, she said herself, you know, her marriage was arranged. Just like her daughter, who we haven't seen.
Yeah, it seemed like that little boy didn't like her much either. Is Dedra making parts?
Yeah. Oh, wow, she is.
She is.
Never to never leave. Yep. Stuck there forever.
You lost your boo thing. You done completely blew everything. Look at nice little callbacks.
That was the Jedi lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Force healer. She told him he had a purpose. Forget it, Han Solo. I mean, Cassian Andor.
Yeah, man.
That little U-wing is a cold-blooded ship.
Man.
There's a rumor we have a flight plan.
The Ring of Kafrene.
Kivik?
That's who he was meeting with in Rogue One.
It's so much easier when I know what we're doing.
Get us out of here.
I might like the U-wing more than the X-wing.
U-wing is cold.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot all about him. Look at him running around like a little puppy.
You could go again.
He didn't find a droid boo. What's anything gonna happen on this little planet? All this food is for the Empire. Oh shit.
Oh, she got a baby.
That's why she had to dip.
Oh.
That's why she had to dip.
Cassian got a little seed out in the damn world. What's up?
And that's why she went back to this world.
That was a great unexpected, at least for me. I don't know if that had been revealed earlier, but that's awesome.
The baby Andor. That's why old girl told him reconnect with Bix. So at least you know.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Oh, that's great.
Really wish that there was.
That was great. That was good. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Wow. So it is closed out. It is done. You know, this feels like to me, you know, like I was reading this thing back in the day. It was talking about like the St. Louis Arch and the Golden Gate Bridge. They built one on one side and they built another one on the other side, and they had to all come together, right? And then they have like these ceremonies, I think more so for St. Louis Arch, and they had like a pin that they put in order to connect all of the work together.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's what this episode felt like. It didn't felt like this glorious, oh my gosh, big gigantic battle going down a blaze of glory, this, that, then. It just felt like the pin. It felt like this, we're gonna take a moment to show you how this connects to World One and like, then how it goes.
I think they showed it in one of the worst movies ever in Wild Wild West, where back in the day when they built the railroads, they built, you know, where the railroad was going, they built it from both sides. So they built it from the west and they built it from the east, and they built it towards each other. When they met in the middle, they put the ceremonial pin in there. It'd be like a gold pin to conclude, you know, and they have a big ceremony right there, put in the last pin. That's what you're saying, yeah.
That is what this episode feels like. It feels like that gold pin that got put in there. And well done. Like, they gave us a little bit of action in the beginning, which was great. It was good because, you know, we need to figure out how they was going to get about that bad boy. And we got a chance, you know, to watch K2 flex. Once again, I can't stress enough how the human element of this revolution to me is so important. We had only one small little Force reference. We saw the lady that was, you know, Force sensitive, just to remind us. It felt more like a little reminder to let us know that, you know, that this magic does exist and it's powerful and it's binding and it surrounds us. And she looked at him like, you are going to be the chosen one. She also looked at him like, you know, like, I know how your story ends too as well. There was a lot of mixed things that kind of that happened in that moment. And then for oh my gosh, I forgot his name.
Cassian?
The man that runs everything, Leia's dad.
Oh, Bail Organa.
Yeah, Bail Organa, yeah. Bail Organa had that little moment too, where he was like, you know, may the Force be with you. But I was like, don't think Andor knows about the Force.
No, because remember, Andor thinks it's
point.
bullshit. You know, he's like, saying,
Yeah.
I like her doing that hoodoo.
But I like that. But I do like that they're reconnecting us back to the magic, though. The crux of all of this is that it takes human beings to make incredible sacrifices to make these type of changes. It doesn't take magic or laser swords and all this other stuff, and that's great. But I'm happy that it wasn't so hoity-toity and high and mighty that it said magic doesn't exist here. The Force doesn't exist here. It was still a very subtle little hat tip to the fantastical that we're about to hop into. I would love the opportunity to just.
I was just gonna say real quick. With that, they gave us both sides because remember, Bix took him to the Force healer woman. She believed that it could help him. She believed that there was something more. He was the one who's like, "This is all bullshit."
I would love if I could wipe my mind, just never seen anything Star Wars ever. And start with Andor season 1 for everything. Just start there, and then go through the progressions of of Rogue, and then go into not A New Hope, but start with Episode 1, and then go through it in sequence, knowing that I had this firm foundation of what the rebellion is. It would change how I feel about Star Wars completely. I think that is how big of a deal Andor season 1 and 2 is, and to me. It is. I still stand by. I do think this is the greatest live action series in the Star Wars verse. Thank you to everybody that puts this together. I'm getting off my soapbox for Kai because I know you've got some very good and interesting insight on how you feel about this journey that we've taken.
For one, this is a solid 9 episode. I mean, and to put a pin in it, as you say, and to end the series. Andor as a series is finished and leads into Rogue One. I think they finally did it some justice. This back half of the season has, albeit one episode 7 wasn't great, but 8 through 12 was phenomenal. This was a solid 9. We got the action, we got thing, and really, I don't know about, other episodes, and I guess if I went back and looked at each episode, but Diego Luna carried this episode. Like, he carried this
did a really good job.
This particular episode, and plus, I love Alan Tudyk as K-2SO. Like, this, I disagree with what you just said, and I don't know if it's so much that I disagree with it, just because I'm so entrenched that I can't view it any other way. But I think if I started with Andor season 1, if I started with this, and this was my beginning basis into the world that is Star Wars, I would not like Star Wars.
Okay, that's fair.
Only because there's a lot of dryness and there's a lot of stuff, and you don't really get to it. I would have a completely different impression of it. I'd be like, okay, this is a movie about revolution and people fighting back against the man. Hell yeah, fight the man or whatever. And it was like, really, they didn't even really reference the Force. What's this Force healer like? To see this woman, the Force healer, in this episode so late, I'd have been like, oh, she's like I know they don't like the word traveler. She's a gypsy. She's a sideshow, a carny at a, traveling circus type joint. That's what I would think. But then when you get into Star Wars proper movies, you get to after Rogue One, because there's none of that, you get to Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I'd be like, what in the shit? What is what the hell is this?
That's a good point. Because it's immediate, right?
Yeah, because we went from, hardcore, spy, espionage type series to now space wizards and laser swords. They out here doing magic and shit. We done went from, you done went from Jason Bourne to Harry Potter. I'd be like, what? Shit.
I can't argue against that. I can't.
Man, I would be like,
it would have been very jarring. It would have been like, what the?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, and to go that route, and I'd be like, oh, they just bored. They just out here just making up shit. Everybody want to be Marvel. Now people got superpowers for real.
I can't argue against that. Yeah, man. I can't. It would have been very jarring.
Yeah, so to see that at first, and then to back out of it and said, no, not everybody is a Green Beret. Not everybody is, you know what I'm saying, a SEAL Team 6 of people. You know, Jedis and Sith, people that have these, you know, it's like, if you're in the Marvel universe, not everybody's a mutant. Not everybody has superpowers. There's ordinary people that walk around every day, you know, and you might live in a place you might not ever see a superhero. You hear stories of them or whatever, you be like, that's bullshit. It's special effects. That ain't even real. It's Hollywood. They just, you know. So not everybody sees a Jedi, especially in a time when Jedis are being hunted. They like, nobody sees them or whatever. So this, I love the everyday man story into Star Wars. This is great. I think both seasons could have been shorter and been tighter and been better, but for what they gave us in the totality of 12 episodes, they gave us more good episodes than they did bad episodes. I'll give them that. That first half though,
yeah, but you struggle to give it that though. You're like,
no, because I'm trying not to be a, you know what I'm saying, of the moment and be like, oh, the back half was so phenomenal. This is a 10 out of 10. No, it's not.
Okay, I respect that.
However, I will say it's a high 8, because you did give me like 3 10 out of 10 episodes back to back, and then you gave me a high, you know what I'm saying, a 8 point something, and then a 9 something. So they ended extremely strong, and it's just like, why did it take so damn long to get here? You know, we talked about this in other ones. We was watching Daredevil. We was like, oh, they keep setting the plate, just let us eat. And finally, when they did, ooh, they cooked. Let them cook. Come on, K-2SO. Come on, y'all do your thing. So that I appreciate. And like I said, I got to watch Rogue One again to bookend this. I still say that Mandalorian season 1 and season 2 are better than this.
I think most people would agree with you on that. Most people.
However,
but I do believe most people would believe that would, how you feel.
However, the difference in this and why it would feel different is because if you never saw, I mean, granted, are they stories that we need? If you never saw Mandalorian season 1, none of Mandalorian, to know about the Mandalorian story, nobody gives a shit. Okay. So we don't gotta know about the Mandalorians. Big deal. But even though we didn't need this story to see the beginning, you know, how it happened on Ferrix with Andor's mama, and the beginning, the seeds of the rebellion, how it led into the movies, the things that we actually love.
Okay.
This is more closely tied into the timeline, into the canon. You know, in Mandalorian, you have to do things to weave your way in and out of the canon so that you like, okay, this happened here, this happened there. Okay, I understand how it relates to everything else we've seen. This, you know, this directly leads into all the movies, everything that we know. And that's why this seems like a more important piece of media than Mandalorian. I still think those two seasons are better, but this seems more important to the lore.
I think this is the most important to the lore, but you everything you said, I can't argue against it. I can't. You mean you're not wrong. I'm curious.
Tell my ex-wife that. Never mind.
I am curious what you all are going to think in the chat. Did this meet your expectations? Did it, you know, did we cross all the T's and dotted all the I's in order to hop into the real, more popular canon of the verse? I'm hoping it met your expectations, and if it didn't, why did it not meet your expectations? And where does this sit regarding some of Disney's live action series? Notice I said live action because we're not even going to talk about how this compares to Clone Wars. That's a whole different experience.
Before we get out of here, you know,
that's a whole different.
Before we get out of here, you know, we're watching the playback right now, and you know how I normally do this. I didn't do this time, but you do know that the black lady who sat on the council with the rebellion when they were talking about, you know, what they were going to do with Andor, whether they believe the story or not. Yeah. You know, that's Dr. Kynes from the first Dune movie.
Oh, it is. Oh, I certainly missed that. Okay. Okay.
Throw that out there. I was like, yeah, I'm not losing my touch.
Look, and that is a great segue into, listen, you see how he's able to pinpoint and grab these bits of information from media that we know and love. You need to do yourself a favor, like real talk. Head over to Rekkai's YouTube page, because he gives these incredible deep dives where he's able to peel back the layers and show you what you probably missed. Dude, you are just magnificent when it comes to that, man. And I'm happy that you're doing such good work over there. Of course, you know, you can head over there and throw them dollars, where them dollars at, over there to his Patreon as well. Rekkai, tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
Listen, we like change. We like the kind that jingle, but we much rather have the kind that fold. I don't even know. I think I heard what do they call him now? Exotic dancer say that once. It had to be in a movie. Anyway, yes, make your way over to my Patreon. We don't even deal in real money no more. Yes, so sprinkle some of that digital currency on me.
Sprinkle me, man. Yeah. Hey, thank you all so much for hanging out with us, and we look forward to catching you on some more incredible content that's on the channel and on Rekkai's channel as well. That's it, y'all. We'll holler at you. Peace.